Why y'all waiting, bitch? Check these noodles out, cuz. Noodles out, man. Check these noodles, cuz. Hold on, cuz. Hold on, cuz. There we go. You feel me? Let me grab me some shit. Boy. Spicy cheese, motherfucker. Y'all see that steam, though? Feel me, bro? It's a million ways to make noodles, man. After eating these hoes for so long, bro, you just find out new ways every day. But yeah, let's get straight to the video, man. Click.
Hey, no, gang, no, hey, no, hey, no, hey, no. I'm a gorilla in a fucking scoop. Gonna pull up to the zoo.
What's good, Shiesty gang? It's your boy, Lord, man. Back at y'all with another reaction video, man. You feel me? I ain't in my room right now, bro, because I'm in here. Hold on. In here cooking up these noodles, cuz. So I'm finna get back to the room, and you feel me? We gonna get that reaction popping, bro. But yeah, man. Y'all boy like, comment, share, subscribe, man. So they're gonna be reacting to 15 people getting eaten alive, bro. I know that sound like a crazy ass reaction. That sound like some shit I wouldn't be able to see on YouTube, but we gonna see though, you know what I'm saying? We is going to see. You know what I'm saying? Eating alive by animals, you feel me? Y'all boy, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. You feel me? Make sure y'all throwing y'all shiesty. I'm finna throw on mine, and we about to get straight into the video, man. Let's get it.
This is the only part of the footage filmed by the team of the underwater director Henry Borse in 1964 that I can show you. The rest of the video is just going to be censored by YouTube for being too bloody. The man attacked by the shark was the director himself. He was diving near Lady Julia Percy Island to videotape seals for his movie, but instead he encountered a cold-blooded predator. When Henry's colleagues rushed to his rescue and got the victim out of the water, they noticed that the shark had chewed off his leg. However, such instances don't stop anyone. In 2014, a giant shark attacked a South African submarine. Fortunately, the predator didn't get to the team, who were just observing whales.
That big motherfucker attacked the submarine?
Approach wild animals. They hunt grizzly bears, train orcas, rescue snakes, and adopt hippopotamuses as pets. But very often, their confidence in successfully taming the dangerous animals ends in death. So, who of us is most likely to fall prey to a predator?
Let me pause that
Even
bit
if I
real
get
quick.
eaten by
Bruh, y'all folks gotta stop trying to get these exotic, like crazy animals. Like niggas trying to raise crocodiles, nigga trying to raise hippo, nigga trying to raise bears, tigers. Matter of fact, let me stop on that one. Please stop raising tigers, bruh. Stop, bro. Stop. Please stop raising tigers, my nigga. Bruh, you know how many times I done heard a story of nigga raising tigers dies, and what did you expect? Now they gotta kill the tiger. Why they gotta kill the tiger? It's his fault. You know what I'm saying? They already, but that's why I don't play by tigers, but that's my favorite animal, bro. That's my favorite animal, bro. Let them niggas, like, live, bro. You can't get mad at the animal for being an animal, bro. You feel me? You gotta think like this, bro. A lot of y'all niggas out here, they slimed your mans out. They don't kill y'all bitch ass niggas off. You know what I'm saying? Well, nah, that is crazy. The tiger is killing a nigga. I guess they do lock the tigers up. Yeah, lock their ass up then, put them in a zoo or something. Man, release their ass back where they belong, nigga. You feel me? Well, nah, hell nah. Then they might start trying to hunt humans and shit. Hell, put them in a zoo, shit. Fuck. Lock them up then. Put them in a zoo, lock them up. Give them some jail time. But y'all be trying to raise these tigers like they just like that, like y'all, like these not just goddamn tigers though. Like, like these ain't tigers is what I be trying to say. Like, bruh, y'all please leave these wild animals alone. Niggas try to raise an orca. Like, how do you even think you can raise a whale? A killer one at that, my nigga. A killer whale, and you say, a killer whale. And you decided, oh yeah, I'm gonna raise that motherfucker. Come on, bro. We gotta do better than that. We got to do better than that, my baby. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get back to the video, bro.
Shark or croc, the main thing I want is that it be filmed. If I died, I would be sad if no one got it on tape. These words are about the most famous TV naturalist, Steve Irwin. There's no way you haven't seen him. He's the fearless blonde, khaki-clad hero who tells us about dangerous falls and keeps shouting, "Crikey!" Irwin was nicknamed the Crocodile Hunter, but in actuality, he saved animals, was a co-owner of the Australian Zoo, and founded a nature conservation foundation called Wildlife Warriors Worldwide. Numerous parks, zoos, streets, a ship called M.Y. Steve Irwin, a snail species called Crikey Steve Irwini, and even an asteroid 57567 Crikey have all been named after him. It's a shame, though, that you can't explain to a wild animal that you're a world-famous ecologist, and you're not going to harm it. On September 4th, 2006, Steve set off to the Great Barrier Reef to record some footage with a deadly tiger shark for a documentary series called Ocean's Deadliest. Irwin dived and spent quite a long time in the water, but so far hasn't managed to track down the
ocean and shit alone,
Suddenly,
bro.
He noticed a 2.5-meter stingray and decided to videotape it. The footage was a great fit for another project called Bindi the Jungle Girl. The TV show featured his daughter, who decided to follow in her father's footsteps. In the show, she was supposed to tell other kids.
Got hit with an ad, bro. Y'all gotta quit fucking with that ocean too, bro. That ocean motherfucker crazy, bro. We back to the
animals. So Irwin wanted to help her with the video. The TV presenter held the stingray in his arms. He thought there was nothing to fear since stingrays pose almost no threat to humans. Most experts indeed view stingrays as docile creatures who attack very rarely and only in self-defense. Most injuries from the bites of the species are localized in the area of ankles and shins and happen when a person inadvertently steps on a stingray that has buried itself in the sand. When Steve raised the stingray in front of the camera to get a close-up of the creature, the animal probably felt trapped and stung the TV presenter. Despite being very painful, stingray poison is usually not deadly. For a minute, the cameraman, Justin Lyons, panicked but continued filming. Irwin and his crew had an arrangement. If after an animal attack, which is a fairly frequent occurrence in his line of work, the presenter's physical condition deteriorated, he would give his crew a sign. If there's no sign, there's no need to stop the work process. So having filmed the stingray, the cameraman and Irwin returned to the boat, where it became clear that the presenter was having trouble breathing. As it turned out, the stingray had injected its poison right into Steve's chest, exactly where his heart was. It had never happened to anyone before. Because the stingray had hit a critically important organ, Irwin could not be saved. The fans were shocked by the fact that, despite having worked with highly dangerous animals for his entire life, their idol died from an ordinary stingray injury. Of course, everyone wanted to see Justin's sensational footage, especially since Irwin himself would have wanted this. Nevertheless, Discovery Communications, the network that had facilitated Irwin's career, stated the video can never be shown on television. After the investigation, all copies of the footage
I got
were destroyed,
clickbaited, bro. Ain't nobody getting
except
ate.
for one, which, as noted in the official statement, was given to Irwin's wife, Terry. Rumor has it that she also destroyed the tape without even watching it. Although there is a low-quality video circulating online called Steve Irwin Last Minute Video, it's unknown whether the footage is real. The ecologist's death became a great tragedy, but we can't say it had been unexpected. Just like the obvious result of Timothy Treadwell's exploratory bear hunt in 2003. Timothy set up camp in spots where grizzly bears lived, and he observed them. Some people say they've seen videos of him touching the bears and playing with their cubs. Yet the rangers of Katmai National Park, where the man was a frequent visitor, warned Treadwell that his methods of studying grizzly bears were not only dangerous, but also illegal, since he put up his tents in prohibited areas, very close to the grizzlies. So, in 2003, this bear enthusiast, as always, broke all the rules and went to the part of the park called the Grizzly Maze. This time, he was accompanied by his girlfriend, Amy Huguenard. It was October, the time when bears stock up on food for the winter, gain fat for hibernation, and act more aggressively. But Treadwell still set up camp not so far from the animals. At some point, the couple stopped contacting their friends and relatives. Then, the helicopter pilot who flew to the area to pick the couple up from the campsite saw a horrific scene from above. Disfigured human remains scattered around the tent.
Damn.
The park rangers were informed of the find and rushed to the side of the
They
tragedy.
can't
right
kill the
away.
bears for that,
There,
though.
they encountered an angry grizzly who had to be killed. The animal's
Like,
stomach necropsy.
how do you
confirmed
kill the
that they had
bear?
mauled Timothy and his girlfriend. A camera was found among their abandoned belongings.
stupid,
It had
bro.
6 minutes of footage where nothing could be seen, but one could hear the frantic screams of people being torn apart by a grizzly bear. Different filmmakers tried to talk the rangers into sharing the video with them to make a movie about the event using real sound footage. However, the park employees thought it was inhumane. Still, the deaths of people in these two stories look logical, however horrible it may sound. Such extreme enthusiasts had
That's so
zero
stupid,
chances
bro.
of staying alive. But how more likely to survive
Can't kill
are
the bear
people
for that
who are
shit.
skilled at taming wild animals? The training of wild animals has always raised heated discussion. The people in this line of work usually say they try to ensure the animals are kept in the most comfortable conditions possible to avoid causing them pain and stress. The animals
look,
often
fucking
start
with
to forget
tigers.
their life in wild nature or don't even know about it, being born in captivity. The internet is teeming with viral videos of dangerous animals adorably playing with
Fucking
their
with them
trainers
tigers, man.
and even gladly doing the tricks they've been taught. But that's not always the case. For example, in this footage, you can see the accident that happened. On February 24th, 2010, at SeaWorld Park in San Diego, during a program show, a female trainer, Tamari Tollison, was sitting at the water's edge near orcas named Orchid and Splash. Suddenly, the animals started aggressively pulling her into the water. It was all happening in front of the viewers, many
Look.
of whom were children. The girl could not break free
But
from
that's
the
so
orcas'
sad,
jaws,
bro.
since each of them weighed at least 3 tons. The other employees also didn't know how to confront the angry predators and save their coworker. But then, a trainer called Robin Sheets came up with a rather risky idea to release another orca into the reservoir. It would seem that if the employees had been unable to reason with 2 orcas, there was no way they could deal with 3. But this orca was a dominant one. It approached Orchid and Splash, gave them some kind of a signal, and they let go of the girl. Tamari's life was saved. Nevertheless, sadly, not all sea predator trainers are this lucky. For instance, in the same year,
Oh, she
a similar
survived.
situation
See, I'm
happened
telling you,
at
why the hell
SeaWorld,
are we messing with
this time
orcas,
in
bro?
Orlando.
Come
A
on,
trainer,
bro. A
Don
fucking
Branch,
killer whale.
was assaulted by an orca named Tilikum, who weighed almost 5.5 tons. And in this case, sadly, the girl could not be saved. The park owners said the animals were looked after in compliance with all the standards, and the orcas were friendly to the trainers before that instance. Yet, according to zoologists, when the animals who had the entire ocean at their disposal get locked in the park's limited reservoirs, they receive psychological trauma that can manifest itself at the most unexpected moment. In addition, it's very difficult to control what methods the trainers
Got hit with another ad, bro. But you gotta think, bro. Like, that's like, they basically in jail, bro. They like use it as entertainment, bro. They gonna think the same shit. So why is y'all playing with them animals, bro? Come on, bro. You gotta think about that, bro. Imagine being in jail, bro. Like, you got the whole world, now you locked up in jail. That's basically how them orcas thinking. We got the whole ocean. Now we gotta sit in a fucking pool. You feel me? You gotta think like that, bro. But yeah, we're gonna get back to the video. We back.
and whether they don't hurt the animals during training. For example, in June of 2013, a circus employee, Alexander Crispin, was running with 2 tigers around the playpen and using a stick to make the animals run in circles. They had already been taught to do this, so it was just routine training for them. Suddenly, one of the tigers decided it had enough and pounced at Crispin. The animal knocked the man off his feet and continued mercilessly mauling him, although the circus employees hit the tiger with a metal stick to chase it away.
Man, if you don't get your ass out that cage, bro.
Even if a trick with a wild animal went smoothly countless times, you never know when things will go awry. For instance, Ali Khan Samsodin was a Malaysian snake charmer who set records with dangerous animals. In the early 90s, he became famous because of practically living in a small room with 400
Snakes too, bro.
cobras for 12 hours a day for 40 days. He was dubbed the King of Snakes and Scorpions, since one time he locked himself in a box with 6,000 scorpions for 3 weeks. Still, in 2006, he got bitten by a cobra during one of his shows, and this bite became deadly for him. But how do animals behave?
Shit
with the
like that
people
be
who treat them
crazy,
well,
bro.
or even saved their lives at some point in the past? A farmer from South Africa, Marius Els, was famous because of his pet hippopotamus, whom he used
A
to ride like
fucking
a horse.
hippo, bro.
Marius rescued it from a flood when the animal was still very young, and then he let him stay in his household. Humphrey, that's how Els called the hippopotamus, responded to its name, ate apples out of the palm of his owner's hand, played with them, and let the man brush his teeth. Just take a look at the teeth of a grown hippopotamus.
Like,
It can
why would
easily
you
chew
fuck
your
with
arm
that?
off. There was talk in the farmer's surroundings that the man treated the hippopotamus not just like an animal, but like a son. Marius didn't consider Humphrey to be dangerous, although everyone else noticed the animal's covert aggression. It attacked cows and even killed one of them. One day, Marius went on a hike with Humphrey and disappeared. Later, his body was found, ironically, in the very same river where he'd once saved the hippopotamus from the flood. Judging from the wounds, the animal had most
crazy,
likely mauled
bro.
its owner and then dumped him into the water. For some reason, people sometimes think they can replace the mother for young animals. It might work with domestic animals, but not with wild ones.
Like, bro, you're
Still,
not a hippo,
wolf
bro. You
trainer
can't
at
fucking...
Kolmorden Wildlife Park disagreed with this statement. In 2012, a woman, whose name the media chose to keep undisclosed, decided to visit the den of the wolves she'd communicated with back when they were pups. It's unknown how much time had passed since their last encounter, but her colleagues admitted they occasionally visit even the wild animals of the park so that they get accustomed to humans. Being sure the wolves would recognize her, the woman set out to see the animals alone and spent quite a long time in the den. When her coworker
Look at how
went
that
to check
motherfucker
her,
looking at
they
her,
saw the
dog.
wolves tearing the woman's body apart. They barely managed to approach the predators to put them to sleep. The wolves simply wouldn't leave the victim's body alone. Unfortunately, the woman could not be saved. It's important to always remember that wild animals won't behave like, for instance, a domestic dog, who will recognize you after a long time apart. First and foremost, the predators see you as their prey. Nevertheless, some people
Literally.
think they can befriend even a python. Elliot Sensen,
Literally.
from the town of
Literally
Upper
see you
Macomb,
as
Pennsylvania,
food.
spent around 10 years working with snakes.
Literally,
Once,
bro.
he rescued a boa constrictor from a family who had been cruel to the animal. Elliot took the 8-kilogram reptile home to join the other animals he'd rescued before. But due to the stress experienced at the hands of its former owners, the snake was rather aggressive and not very prone to contact. Elliot's friends repeatedly told him he should find a place for the python to stay as fast as possible, because there was no way he was going to deal with such a huge reptile alone. But no one wanted to adopt the snake due to its excessive rebelliousness. On July 24th, 2022, Elliot's grandmother, who had come to visit her grandson, saw him immobilized with a python around his neck. As it turned out, Senseman was trying to clean the reptile's terrarium when suddenly the python attacked him. Elliot was trying with all his might to break free while his grandma was calling 911.
Like, bro, you got that
Police
motherfucker
arrived.
around
They shot
kids,
the
bro.
python so that it would let go of Elliot, but it was too late. The animal had choked its rescuer to death. Yet Elliot wasn't the only person who came up with the idea to create an entire zoo of snakes single-handedly. For instance, there's the reptile house in Oxford, Indiana. In it,
That
the
shit's
local
stupid,
sheriff
bro.
Munson kept
That's so
150
stupid.
reptiles. He caught the snakes, bred them, and even sold them. Laura Hurst shared Munson's hobby, and 20 snakes from the house belonged to her. She paid them regular visits twice a week. But one day, Laura was found unconscious, with a reticulated python wrapped around her neck. Just like in the previous case, the woman could not be saved after the constriction. The police found a photo Laura had taken the day before the accident. This snake is believed to be the one who killed the girl. After a close look at the photo, Munson was horrified to realize that the snake wasn't one of the 20 reptiles Laura took care of. So, she just made a mistake and taken the wrong snake, which was why the animal killed her. We'll never know the truth, but Laura wasn't safe from being attacked, even by her own snake. Domestic animals, who have lived with their owners for many years, can also change their behavior very suddenly. Mike Tyson's Bengal tiger, Michael Jackson's chimpanzee, Paris Hilton's kinkajou, Salvador Dali's tame
They
antelope.
gotta leave these
Today,
animals alone. We got hit with another ad. It's only 5 seconds, though. Motherfucker got snakes and then got the wrong snake. Ain't that some shit though?
Old
Back to the
animals
video.
at home are not something out of the ordinary. Yet it used to be something celebrities shocked the public with, and ordinary people could become stars thanks to such a pet. This is what happened to John Rendell and his friend Anthony Ace Burke. In 1969, they moved to London to open an antique furniture store. But one day, they saw a lion cub in a pet shop and had the crazy idea of buying it. Since then, the two friends became famous because they showed up at various social events with their own tame lion. Christian, which was his name, looked like some rock star. He joined them in for convertible rides.
That is a cool
dined at
looking lion though. I ain't
restaurants,
even
and
finna
drank
lie. That's a
water
cool
from
ass
a
looking
porcelain
lion.
cup. But the lion was growing pretty fast, and the London apartment was becoming too small for this wild animal. Then, John and Ace made a difficult decision to part with their pet and release it into the wild nature. With the assistance of nature conservationists, they transported Christian to Kora National Park in Kenya. Yet, unable to bear the sadness they felt from having said goodbye to their wild friend, the men went to visit their lion, who was all grown up. They didn't even know if he would recognize them. The park employees showed them the spot where the lion usually rested. Soon, the animal came out of its hiding, and having noticed some silhouettes in the distance, the lion suddenly jumped at the two friends, and it became one of YouTube's most famous videos of a wild animal rushing to hug humans. This might be something Sandra Piovison, a wolf trainer at Colmerdon Wildlife Park, expected to experience. In her backyard, the woman kept cages with 9 wolf-dog hybrids. She also knew them back when they were pups and stepped into the cage to feed them every day. But eventually, the woman was found dead.
Oh,
She had
fuck.
many bite marks and died from blood loss. But not only sharp-fanged predators can attack a person trying to tame them. For instance, Gerald Rushton of East Texas kept a fawn in a kennel. It was fluffy and cute, and even befriended a domestic rabbit. With time, Bambi grew into a red deer, who one day just pushed Gerald into the face with his
Damn.
horns. Then, the animal started being even more aggressive and
This
attacked
nigga
his
tried to raise a
It
deer.
gave the man such a mighty blow with its hooves that he died. And what can we expect from a
Like,
chimpanzee?
what the hell are we
It's not
doing,
very
bro?
big, has neither fangs nor horns, and if the need arises, it can be dealt
Hell
with
no, them
easily.
chimps be
Not
strong
to
than a
mention that it's our
motherfucker.
closest relative, and sometimes it's as easy to find common ground with chimpanzees as it is with young children.
Them chimpanzees strong as hell
Sandra
though.
Harold from Connecticut had a pet chimpanzee
Look at that
named
motherfucker. That
Travis,
motherfucker look
whom she
mean.
brought up like a small child.
Travis.
The animal became especially important for the woman when her
She
daughter
named that
died,
motherfucker Travis.
followed by her husband. Then, Sandra directed all of her love at Travis. Still, both the woman and the animal suffered from severe depression caused by the loss of loved ones. Regardless of this, Travis even was the star of TV ads, one of them for Pepsi. Although the monkey felt good around humans, there were moments when its mood would deteriorate, and then it would escape from its home. On one such occasion, Sandra's friend, Charla Nash, who also often spent time with Travis, volunteered to help in the search. After she found the chimpanzee not far from Sandra's house, Charla started trying to get the animal to go home with her, luring him with a Tickle Me Elmo doll, which he liked very much. But all of a sudden, Travis went berserk. He jumped at the woman and knocked her to the ground. Travis was hitting Charla with all his might and
Damn.
biting her. Sandra was nearby and saw this happening. Although she loved her pet dearly, the woman realized that now she had to choose whose life to save, Travis's or her friend's. Then the
Look at
woman
them
grabbed the
strong.
shovel
Them motherfuckers
and started
strong.
hitting the chimpanzee. But none of it had any effect on Travis. Then she stabbed him with a knife, and he ran into the house, leaving a trail of blood behind him. Sandra called the police, who eventually shot the animal, who was like a child to her. Charla survived, but the chimpanzee broke almost all of her facial bones, deprived her of
Damn.
eyesight, and tore off her eyelids, nose, jaw, lips, and most skin from her head. Her life was forever changed, but if you think that only wild animals can attack you, you're wrong. You need to be cautious around domesticated and household animals as well. In 1991, Carl Hulsey was beaten to death by a 45-kilogram goat in Locust Grove, Oklahoma. For some reason, the man decided he could use a goat instead of a watchdog. While training the animal to protect the house, he often hit it with a stick. At some point, the goat couldn't take it anymore and started hitting its owner back with its horns. The goat gave the man so many sharp blows that his abdomen got torn apart. After the accident, the county authorities decided the goat had to be put down. However, the decision was met with outrage by the locals since the animal had no other choice, and it can't be held responsible for Carl's death.
Word.
So, the goat was just put in a shelter. But some animals can act cruelly, even with no apparent reason. In 2012, Terry Vance Garner from Oregon had a heart attack while he was feeding his animals. The farmer fell over the fence into the pigsty. Since these animals are omnivores, they simply went on eating their lunch and everything that was there before them, including their owner. So, as it turns out, it's best to be careful around all animals.
Nah,
No one
pigs
is to
will eat
trust,
anything,
apart
bro.
from cats and dogs.
Pigs
They
will
would
eat
never.
anything, bro.
But wait, what do you mean by never? Many dog owners are sure that their beloved pet will not only never hurt them, but if such a need arises, will protect them from an attack. But in 2017, something strange happened. Bethany Lynn Stevens was found in the woods dead, her body mangled. By her side stood her 2 loyal dogs. When the police arrived at the site, they immediately decided the dogs had killed their owner. Although the girl's family and friends didn't believe it, the investigators think the bite marks on her body look exactly like dog bites. So then, we're left with only cats, right? I wouldn't trust them either. In the World Journal of Clinical Cases, there's a story of a man who died from a cat bite. And no, the animal didn't attack its owner. It was a playful bite, nothing more. But in 6 weeks, the man died of a bacterial infection called pasteurellosis, which his cat had passed on to him. So,
Damn.
which animal is still safe to keep at home? Write your ideas in the comments and subscribe to the channel. I know many other shocking stories that might save your life someday. Right now, go look into your cat's eyes. Are you telling me these are not the eyes of a killer?
It's a crazy little message at the end, ain't it? But, hey man, that's gonna be the end of that video today, and y'all boys. Hope y'all boys enjoyed. Y'all boys and girls. Hope y'all enjoy it, you feel me? I hope y'all don't look at y'all's pets, you know what I'm saying, too different. I still want me a dog, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't getting no orcas and all and shit like that, but I want me a dog for sure. But, yeah, man, y'all boys, like, comment, share, subscribe, man. Y'all boys stay tapped in with Lil Do Too Much, man, you feel me? Hope y'all enjoy, like I said. And, yeah, with all that being said, Do Too Much out. Deuces.